Hey, fuck wrong with these? We in this bitch. Hot Five Studio, you know what I'm saying? Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, fuck wrong with these? We in this bitch. Hot Five Studio, you know what I'm saying? Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah! Yeah! What did I tell y'all, bro? What did I say? I said this at the beginning of the series. What did I say? If Cleveland lose one game at home, it's over for the series. 3-0, baby. So, yeah. So, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all already know who it is. ZTV, you know what I'm saying? Back at it again with another video. Man, I've been gone. I ain't been gone for like a minute, but, you know what I'm saying? I just been lacking on the posting lately, but, you know what I'm saying? I'm back now, though. You know what I'm saying? I just been busy, you know. The other day, I just came back from a trip, but, you know what I'm saying? But we'll talk about that later. Anyways, you know, Stephen A. hyped over Kevin Durant's Game 3 performance, you know what I'm saying? Let's get into it. By the way, you know what I'm saying? Highlight review coming later on. I only have watched like some of the first quarter and like at the beginning of the second quarter because I was at work. I was on break, so I just saw what I saw, you know what I'm saying? Then after work, I was looking up on my phone, said boop, 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 boop. Then, you know, we took that dub. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm proud of the Warriors, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully that we ended out in Game 4. Yeah. Plus, I'm starting to do live reactions, so no editing from now on. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just tell me down in the comments if y'all like it or not. So, you know, let's get into it. Gang.
Let's bring in our Stephen A. Smith. He talked to Steve Harvey pregame. He's talking to me postgame, so that's obviously a bit of a downer, Stephen A. Please hang with us if you would. First thing, after game 1, you put KD on notice. After tonight, what you saw to him, what are you thinking?
I saw a superstar. I saw somebody that showed up and played like the superstar we know him to be. He's a career 27-point per game scorer. He can score 30 in his sleep.
Yeah, man. I most definitely agree with Stephen A. Smith, and I like watching Stephen A. Smith, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He like one of the best commentators that's on my list, you know what I'm saying? Like one of the top ones. So, you know, I mean, I watch First Take sometimes, you know, and then I watch him and just like whoever, you know what I'm saying, like go at it. But you know what I'm saying, when you go against Stephen A. Smith, he knows his stuff, and most likely, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna take that dub every time. But KD, you know, I was surprised, you know what I'm saying, like I heard Curry had only made that 1-3 at the end of the game. I mean, like, which is cool, but like I just heard, like, you know what I'm saying, game 2, he had beat he had a 3-point record in threes in the finals game. So I was just a little bit surprised that last night he had an off game, but it's cool though. You know what I'm saying? Clay had an off game too. You know what I'm saying? Draymond, he just usually do what he do. He's just like a role player, you know what I'm saying, doing what he do. But KD, I was surprised. 43 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, you know what I'm saying? He almost had a triple-double, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? I heard LeBron had like 30-something, still had a triple-double, which is fine. But, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you know, let's get back to it.
Dropped 43 and 13 tonight and put on an absolute show. I understand it wasn't the 51 that LeBron dropped in game 1, but I'm not going to lie to you. I couldn't tell the difference because he got absolutely no help whatsoever tonight from Steph Curry, who was absolutely awful offensively. Should have won a 10 from three-point range, 3 of 16. It just wasn't a good night for the greatest shooter on the planet. Klay Thompson didn't do but so much either. In fact, nobody offensively for the Golden State Warriors did anything tonight. But every time you needed something, KD gave it to you. Every time.
Yes, and I agree on that. Like, ever since, like, I know, like, everybody else, like, on the Warriors didn't have, like, a good night. On, like, offensively, they didn't have, like, a good night. But, you know, what I noticed in, like, watching, like, every game, because, like, even this happened the last series against, like, Houston, every time when the Warriors needed like a dagger, a shot, whatever, KD always come into play. You know what I'm saying? Like whether it's just ball movement, even if even if he like passing it to somebody and if they like make the shot. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been looking at their passes, you know, and it looked like in this series, Golden State doing more passing than the Cavs. Like, that's why I see that they're winning. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I'm happy that we got KD. Because, you know, KD, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't care what nobody say. Oh, yeah, or whether you just bandwagon, blah, 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 woo, woo, woo. No, that's not the point. KD, that's who we needed because, you know what I'm saying, you know, especially with us not really, like, having a good of a bench, you know what I'm saying? So, that was cool that we got KD, you know, and, you know, that's all I can really say right now.
You wanted something, KD gave it to you. And even when you weren't in the mood to get it, he gave it to you anyway. And he gave it to Cleveland all night long, did what he wanted when he wanted, completely demoralized them, was hitting shots from all over the place. He was an absolute superstar tonight. That's the KD that I was demanding in game one. That's the KD that I've been looking for.
Hold on, wait. Sorry to pause, but like, yeah, I was a little bit surprised myself. Like I saw the first two games with KD. KD was cool, and I think of how KD does it is he just try to like how you say like not like sightsee, but he just try to look up what he going against, see who gonna do what. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool. So I'm happy that KD had a spurt last night because, you know, we actually needed that win. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people was like telling me before the game, oh yeah, though, well, the Cavs gonna win tonight. Then they gonna win game 4. Then it's gonna be tied up. Ooh, it's gonna go to game 7. See, I don't think it's gonna go to game 7. And I had already said this even at the beginning of the season. I said it's not gonna go to game 7. Like, okay, the Houston series, I understand why it went to game 7. But this one not gonna go to game 7. And I told one of my coworkers at work last night, I said this to him. I said this, Derek, if you watching, this is what I told you. I told you. Y'all don't want that third quarter Warriors action. Like, no team don't want it. Like, I mean, like, honestly, like nobody wants that action, bro. Like, you saw it a whole lot in game, 5 and 6 and 7 against Houston last series. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, in game 6, Warriors was down 2-3. They won. Game 6, it was tied 3-3. Go to game 7, they do it again without Chris Paul again. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I heard Chris Paul could have chose to play, but he didn't play. But oh well, you know what I'm saying? That series long gone. It's over. We're over. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, let's get back to it.
And he showed up tonight. And by the way, if a performance like this is duplicated in game 4, he will have stolen the finals MVP from Steph Curry, who had it on lockdown after the first 2 games. That's how sensational Kevin Durant's performance was tonight. Absolutely spectacular, nothing short of it.
That's a great point. Everybody was saying the only thing Steph lacked from the mantle was a finals MVP, but maybe Kevin Durant gets his second before Curry gets his first. He had 43, 6 threes, made all of his free throws. You mentioned the numbers for Curry, 1 for 10 from downtown. What does it say? I'm not going to call this game relative ease, but when you can pull away in the fourth quarter and win on the road against LeBron James, what does it say to you when you can get that sort of performance from your team when, as you said, the best shooter in the world gives you nothing?
It just tells you what the Golden State Warriors are made of. Listen, this is a team that knows it can do what it wants, when it wants, how it wants against anybody in the league because they just have superstar talent. It's just that simple. Superstar talent who know their roles and know how to play it, and more importantly, know how to master opponents. Let's look at Cleveland tonight. LeBron James made a huge mistake not coming out aggressively looking for his...
Okay, so I'm gonna stop that there for right now. I do agree with Stephen A. Smith. Like, like the way I've been watching these finals, like this final series, for like the last couple years with Golden State against the Cavs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm already knowing, like, the Warriors gonna want to pulling it out, like, both of the games in Oracle. But I was surprised last night that LeBron didn't come out aggressively, because in every game 3 that I ever watched with LeBron in, for like these last couple years, he will always come out aggressive, ready, just go hog mode on anybody that like coming his way. You know what I'm saying? And I could see that he tried to do that last night, but with the Warriors' great offense, I mean, like, I know first half we didn't do good, but we came back and we took the dub. But you know what I'm saying? Like, the game just progressed, and I think he was getting tired. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So, moral of the story, I would like to see that more in game 4 of LeBron, because I really expected more from LeBron. I mean, I don't know what it was, I mean, and plus, congratulations to him. He just made the 2K19 cover. Like, come on now. Like, I'm most definitely copping that. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyways, that was off topic. But yeah, like, with the Warriors' great shooting, I mean, every shooter is not gonna have a good night. We all have our bad games, and Curry and like, that was just one of his bad games. But good thing KD stepped up to the plate, and what I'm saying, like, that just it. Like, I know, oh yeah, the Warriors got good shooters, blah blah blah, this and that, but that's not the point. It's their chemistry that they have. Like, every team has their own type of chemistry, but the Warriors, they got a special type of chemistry that I don't think other teams have in the NBA. Because if you look at it, the Cavs, okay, well, they got LeBron. Okay, but LeBron is doing everything. I mean, yeah, I mean, like, Kevin Love, he stepped up in game 2, but he didn't do enough. So, moral of the story, hey, this series is done. Let's just say that.
Shot. He wanted to get the others involved. Paul Pierce, the truth, said this on SportsCenter with me at 7 p.m. What did he say? LeBron has to look for a shot. Can't prioritize getting others involved. He needs to look for a shot. That was mistake number 1. Mistake number 2 in the last 2 minutes. As great as LeBron was with the triple-double, why are you giving up the ball to Tristan Thompson? This is what he did last year in Game 3 when he gave up a shot in favor of Kyle Korver, and Kyle Korver couldn't deliver something he could deliver. And then the biggest mistake that Cleveland made, as far as I'm concerned tonight, if you're Ty Lue, why did you not double Kevin Durant? Did you not see the show that he was putting on? Did you not suspect the onslaught?
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand that. Okay, like, if I was Ty Lue and if I see KD getting off like this, like, okay, like, I understand if I was like Steve Kerr and if I like knew like every night, okay, because I know Steve Kerr know this, but you know what I'm saying, it's just like this. Steve Kerr knows when LeBron gets off, you got to change your whole round of defense up, like, you know what I'm saying. And I don't get it why Ty Lue is not understanding that if he sees a player getting off, why don't you plan on doubling that player? Like, I don't understand that. And I don't know what's going on with him right now, but something is gonna have to change, because right now Cavs is in like a hole right now. Like, what are you doing? But that's just life.
that was coming in your direction. You should have done something. Right before the half, when Kevin Durant had the ball, Jeff Van Gundy immediately jumped on the air and said, I don't allow him to ISO. I double him immediately and make sure he gets the ball out of his hands. Ty Lue doesn't do that. What does Kevin Durant do? Pull up for a 3 over Larry Nance. Bam, they go into halftime that way. These are the kind of things he was doing all night long. He did switch things up, did throw a multitude of bodies at Kevin Durant, but he didn't trap him and get the ball out of his hands nearly as much as he should have, and that let Durant get loose, particularly when you see Steph Curry off and Klay Thompson off to some degree. You have to do that. Ty Lue did it, and he paid for it.
Let's bring in our Stephen A. Smith.
Okay. So y'all see it right there. That's like the end of the video. What I was gonna pause and say, yeah, like that's just something that the Cavs and Ty Lue are gonna have to work on next game, because you know they're on the border of elimination next game. You know, in game 3, that was like they game 7. You know what I'm saying? Like, last night was a must-win game, and they didn't pull it out. But now, for real, Game 4, I'm already knowing it's going to be more physical, more aggressive, because I know the Warriors going to try to win that chip Friday. Well, tomorrow, because today's Thursday. So, they gonna try to win that chip tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So, as being said, that's my say about the game last night. Like I said, highlights coming later on. You know I ain't been doing videos on like the highlights lately, but you know, since it's the finals now, I mean, I missed 2 of the games. You know, I just been busy lately, but you know, that's coming for y'all. So, being said, y'all know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.
Baby, I wanna switch this shit up. Fuck the old shit. Yeah. Baby, I wanna switch this shit up. Fuck the old shit. Yeah. We ain't in a rush, girl.